An endless multiverse of possibilities awaits you, with champions from worlds both familiar and entirely unique to this strange realm. They wait to have their true power unleashed by the Summoner. Champions are forever.
Good morning, Shadowverse. T. Smitty, first one in the building, followed by Epinosis. What's up? Last hello from Romania. Ah, so you coming back. You didn't get bit. Mike Holman, what's up, man? Thought he was going to forget us again. Nope. Didn't do it this time. That's exactly what a vampire would say. Tekka Jr., what's up, man? I have my cross ready. Crucifix. Yeah. As long as nobody tries nothing, we all good out here in the vamp hood. It's not like LordShaedow just to ghost us, so I'm glad to see him doing well. Yeah, I got to tell y'all, got to get my health under control. That is what's been happening now, and I kind of knew it. Hold on, let me put this up on X before I forget. Thumbnails, where are you? There we go. Okay. Let's turn that off. Turn the music back on. Let the music play. We'll get away. Let's see. Pretty soon as all well is each other in a memory. Nah. Liam, what's up, man? Not quite first. Nope, not quite first. Beefcake Jr., what's up? Pixie Bone, what's going on? All right, let me switch this over. Let's get air server up. Hold on, let me check something real quick here. Nope, okay. Air server. I wonder how confused vampires from before Christ crucifix were when all the lowercase t started burning them. Oh, man. So, the reason that I've been having such a hard time streaming is that I've been very, very tired. Drunk Reaper, what's up, man? And one of the reasons that I've been tired, I haven't been sleeping that well. And I kind of knew, which is why I was trying to get back to the doctor, because I would keep waking up in the night to go to the bathroom. And that's usually a sign of your diabetes not being in control, under control. So I wanted to get in there, get checked, and yeah, it's not controlled. So they want, well, I saw the recommendation. We'll see what happens when I talk to the doctor. And I kind of know what I need to do to get it back down to where it was. When I first got it down and got it under control without needing any medication, I stopped eating out, which I still, have done. Still not eating out like that. And I was watching my carbs. I switched to zero sugar, soda, and all of that, right? But there was one thing I was doing that that is likely the cause of this. So, beans, very low carbs. Most of the stuff that I make with it are low carbs in low dosages, but I've been going a little bit ham on the tortilla chips, beans, cheese, the taco sauce. So my A1C has gotten quite high. So we need to get that down again. We need to start walking again like I was before. And hopefully that will stop the frequent trips to the bathroom in the night so I could actually sleep. And I'll be able to wake up and stream properly. So that's what's been going on. But those results came in today. So we'll see. And for those of you who are medical savvy, my A1C was 11. It used to be 5.7. It was 5.9. I got it down to 5.7. And pretty much the tortilla chips and all that. In fact, that was one of the things that they mentioned to reduce. And I actually had been going ham. But yeah, like today, I went to bed, but I kept waking up. I woke up, let me see, at 3. I woke up again at like 5. What was the other time I remember seeing? 8 something. So I'm not sleeping throughout the night. And it's precisely because of that. So yeah, got to get that under control. I've been watching some people, because you'll get complications with it that high, if it's going to be that high for a long time. So we'll get it. We'll get it. We know what to do. I've done it before, so we know what to do. All right. What is that? Issei? Did I buy the T7B deals? Oh, you mean for units? Nope. Y2 user, what's up, man? When I opened my couples crystals, I seem to remember you didn't get 2 champs. Yeah, I didn't. I opened them and I didn't see 2 champs from them. And I remember people talking about it, and I'm like, okay. All right. Let's see. Adrian, what's up? So get healthy and no more night streams. I wouldn't say that. I'll get healthy and we can still do that. Yeah, they want you under 7. You know, 7 is like, but they want you under 7. Steven, what's up, man? Ketoacidosis is real. Yeah. My sister suffered from that and had to be hospitalized. So, yeah. I'm gonna, yeah. I haven't done any of the epoch yet. I still, you know what? Hold on. Let's see. Okay, so I was saying it right. It's pronounced epoch. Because I've heard people say epic. And I'm like, that's not quite how I thought it was pronounced. Let me see. We can hear it, I think, here.
Epoch.
Epoch. Not epic. Epoch, that's the US.
Epoch.
And that's the UK version. So the UK says
Epoch.
And the US says
Epoch.
Wait, here's another one.
Epic.
Oh, so US does say epic. So I guess they're all correct then. All right, pronounce it how you like then. Y'all heard it. Those are the 3 ways to pronounce it.
Epoch. Epoch. Epic.
Epic. So, yeah, you can pronounce it all the different ways. All right. Well, that's good to know. So, if you say epoch, you're correct. If you say epoch, you're correct. If you say epic, you're correct. All right. You should. It's actually fun. Huh. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, caveman. Ooh! What's up, man? Yeah. But what does the fox say? And you know us Brit pronunciation is the correct version. I'll pronounce it like they made it to torment me specifically. All right, let me see. Okay. I'm checking something real quick here. All right. Okay. Wait. Whoa. Wait a minute. All right. What is this here? Shuri. So Shuri and Enchantress. Okay, so all right, let's fix our. Honestly, I'm not sure. As far as the cutoffs go, let's see. Because Enchantress is still very annoying even as a 6-star. So she may go high. May. Let me see. Shuri? There you are. And then we've got Enchantress. Ooh, I hate when that happens. Do I not... Wait a minute. Do I not have her as the proper... Okay. Let me go re-download the Enchantress profile here. Okay. Download. Champion portraits. Okay, let me see if that, because they may not have let me see. Let's try that again. Enchantress. No, that's the right size, I guess. Or it's the size that they have. Let me yeah, see? Look at this size. That's not the right size. I may have to make my own then. I may have to shrink the size down. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, and then I guess I'll put her at maybe I'll leave her at 18. All right, Pixie Belle. Make sure you get healthy. Let's see. That one is saved. Yeah, I guess I'll leave it there. And then for Shuri, she's probably not going to go that high, I don't think. But I'll put her at 80 just in case. And let me see. I have max energy, so let's auto fight a little bit here. And I'm gonna go because I did not answer a couple of comments here, and I know if I don't do it now I will forget. 6-star. Okay. Gonna try for 10 mil for the 5-star Enchantress. Okay. That's only if I can while bowling a tournament all weekend. Oh boy. Let's see. All right, I think that was it. All right. So I was enjoying myself looking at some reactions that to the ASAP Rocky trial, and specifically to the verdict. Oh my goodness, man! You talk about some relief. I actually watched ASAP Rocky when they were reading the verdict. If you watch closely, look at his breathing. He was definitely nervous. He was not breathing well. It looked like in a minute he would hyperventilate. And when they said not guilty, he let out a breath and went running. Oh my goodness. And I think all of us were holding our breath because the trial was not good. Their main evidence was one witness who is totally not credible, in my opinion. He got caught lying too many times. Wish me luck, guys. I've got around 50 revives and around 80 health potions for the Cassie path. I've yet to get this absolute B down less than 80% health. You talking about Cassie or Ares? Now, see, right now, I know my blood sugar is low. So I'm going to go grab something real quick. But here's the problem. It's low right now, but then when I eat, I overdo it. That's what's been happening. But give me a second. All right. Just the piggy path. Yeah, I have not done it yet. Not even one path. And since it's permanent content, I am not in any hurry to get it done. Not one bit. So let's see. Alright, everything looks good over there. Cool. Wait till farm revives again and build up my unit stash. So I'll just I'll do it just in time for the new Titan crystal pool. Okay. I actually like Ares. Getting to Ares is, in my opinion, way harder than Ares himself. Really? Okay. Ooh, that was perfect. We used up all of our energy. Got 2 paths done. All right. I never really do long form content, so I wanted to get it out of the way. I'll do 9.2 a few weeks after it comes out. Yeah, now 9.2, I'll most likely do that one relatively soon after it comes out. I have a lot of fun in the story content. All right, let's get started then. Let's get it started in here. In fact, after the stream, I may start walking. Epoch exploration. Yeah, I'm not in any hurry. I'll say that. Can't wait for 9.2. Orochi was my first solo on a boss in this game. Really? After what Magneto did to Orochi, you see what happened. Now everybody don't got the 200% boost no more. I can do like 3 rank 3s currently. Ooh. How many total rank 3s do you have? I can take 2 champions to rank 2 right now. One I know I want to do. And I might wait on the second one. Oh, after what Magneto did to Orochi, I don't think they want Magneto as a 7-star. If they ever did. And if they do, expect to see a lot of champs that look like they have metal, but they don't have the hashtag metal tag. That's the kind of thing they would do. Ooh. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. I use Lady Deathstrike for her. Oh yeah. Lady Deathstrike was I would tell people if you want to cheese it, use the power back boost and Magneto, OG Storm, Professor X. They could all do it. But if you actually want to fight the fight, well, Lady Deathstrike is the easiest to use. Juggernaut also did pretty well in that fight. But yeah, Lady Deathstrike, that's the way to go if you want to actually fight. And the last time I needed to, I wasn't even paying full attention. I was just on autopilot. Yeah. Yep. Let me finish the fight. I can tell you how many rank 3s I have. Okay. Iggy! What up, man? Oh. Come on. There we go. I miss the old Doctor Strange. I really do. My friend, who is a very positive type person, just took on the Grandmaster this past weekend for Thronebreaker. He said he almost threw his tablet a few times. Yeah, I can see that. You currently have 8 rank 3s? Okay. Who are you thinking about taking up to rank 3? Hope I told him right. He asked if he should 100% Act 6 or push through Act 7 for Paragon. Told him to go for Paragon. Yep. That's what I would have told him. Screw that Act 6. Go for Paragon. Definitely go for Paragon. All right. Trying to think. What else has been going on? Because we've been watching some crazy stuff happening in the news. Like those planes and every man. I actually had a nightmare. And me and Stiletto were on a plane. Yeah, that's the nightmare. First of all, Stiletto has never been on a plane. And very likely will never go on a plane if she can help it. She hasn't even taken a train. And that's something that I really want us to do at some point in time. Just take a train ride, you know? Maybe a round trip or something like that. I think that'd be pretty cool. But I've taken several plane trips. And if I never do again, I'll be most happy. Naman, what's up, man? Hold up. Whoop, 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 whoop. Ah, see, you see how he waited until I rushed in? Ooh, I hate when they do that. They hold their heavy. Let me see. Serpent, Onslaught, Photon in Arena. Yeah. Those are some tough ones, especially in the arena when you can't select your own counter. I'm not sure who to rank 3 yet. Piggy is a very good rank 3. I have Piggy at rank 3 and I have Prowler at rank 3. Both you can't go wrong with. If you really like Prowler, do it. Come on. There you go. Woo-wee. All right. Bearded Avenger, what's up, man? Let me see. Basically, I'm not flying to America to visit family until he, with no names, isn't in charge. The plane thing is just too much for me. Hey, Adrian, I will be very happy to keep my feet on the ground. Of course, they're falling out of the sky, too. I love flying. I have a master's degree in aviation safety. Yeah, but does everybody else? You be up there minding your business, doing what you're supposed to do. And then a helicopter will come out of nowhere and crash into you. Yeah, what was it? One, they crashed, it was one where they didn't have the air traffic controller. Everybody is supposed to be on the same frequency and just basically monitoring and looking out. Bruh. Ain't no way. I can't climb out of that thing. That is insane to me. When I heard that, I was like, really? Like, so you didn't have anybody telling you, you relied on each other. And all it would take is for one guy to be on the wrong frequency, and that's it. Really? Stay my butt on the ground. Flying is great with me. Be flying back tomorrow. More flights planned for later this year. Yeah, but I'll be happy on the ground. Woo, woo, woo. The sound of the beast. Hey, where's my... Get out of here. I was like, where's my armor up? My grandfather, dad, and uncle all retired from airlines. Epinosis, what's up, man? Did I say what's up to you already? When you said you survived, I can't remember. I read all your comments and talked to you. I just can't remember if I said what's up to you. But anyway, my where I read that. Safer in the air and then on the roads, unfortunately for us all daily. And see, I hear that. My problem is that when you do have an accident, it's usually like 100% fatal. You have an accident in a car, you have a better chance of surviving it. See, I heard this since I was in like high school. I had a friend who was into planes and flying and all that good stuff way back when, right? And even back then, I told him, yeah, no. Now, at that time, I had never flown when I was talking to him at that time. And he came out and he was like, it's actually safer than driving. And so, just to tell you how long ago it was, I went to the library, got out the micro fish. Y'all remember that? That's where they kept all the newspaper articles. You did not take out newspaper articles. All right. And the newspaper articles, and I brought them in and made a nice little portfolio for him. Yeah, I was that kid. And it was of all these accidents and the fatality rates. So, you know, I told him, I was like, so while there's a lot more accidents on the ground, I think they make up for it in their fatality. But anyway. Let's see. Many of the issues are human error. Exactly. That's exactly the case. And that's who's up there. Them darn humans. Just me asking, but with the supposed spike in air issues, could it be because people are not being hired on merit? Oh, I've heard people talking about that. I've heard people talking about that, but with aviation, that's not the case. They are trained and you know, things happen, but yeah. He who would not be named would like to blame all of that on that, but that's not the case, in my opinion. From what I've seen and from what I've heard about this issue, that's not the case. Because the merit, they go through a lot of training. Now, you may have one or two slip through. I don't know. You may have some that, you know, started drinking and stuff like that. But yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been hearing, Bearded. It's pretty rigorous. I hear that due to whatever hiring issues, they weren't finding enough qualified candidates. It's always good to look for opportunities to hire and train a diverse workforce. You can learn a lot from people who don't all look the same. Yeah. It's a combination of qualified staff, pay, and work conditions. Yeah. Your opinion is valid, LordShaedow, and that's from an educated insider. Got you. I was going to say, this is just what I've been hearing, because I'm not an insider. I don't have any special information or anything like that. But I listen to both sides discussing this and then make my decision. Now, if I hear something else that makes me change my opinion, but I've heard a lot of people talking about it, and I made my own decision, and it does not look like that is the case. It looks like it's something that they want to push their agenda. That's what it's looking like. And they're doing it in more than one area. You know, you've heard the, I'll just use the letters TG in the military. Now, I'm not about any agendas being pushed down my throat and any of that stuff. I like to live and let live, okay? Just leave me alone, and I get to leave you alone. And don't try to force me to do anything. And I won't try to force you to do anything. You know what I'm saying? But the TGs in the military have been in the military for, a lot of them, for years. They've been trained, and they're doing the job. What's the problem? If they're qualified and they're doing the job, why are you trying to get rid of them? So I'm seeing a lot of different things happening. I'm seeing a lot of different things happening. You know what the problem is? I can speculate. My speculation is that it's a backlash. Because there is an agenda, a movement that has been pushing. And this is the pushback. I mean, it is something for me to see. You could not have told me about any of these issues back when I was in high school. I'd have been like, what? No way. Not here. Ain't no way. The one, hold on. Oh, okay. The one thing I truly wish for America is that your education system is changed to actual educate. Oh man. So Adrian, I don't know if you remember, but my mom is a retired teacher, so I am well versed, and we often talk about the education, or rather the indoctrination system that they have here. You know, I'm looking at things that they are now teaching in school and what they are removing from school. So yeah, you're right. The education is very handpicked, and really it's more of an indoctrination. All right, there you go. Now we hit you. Yeah, I hear you. I wish I had the answer to make it all better. Yeah, I don't have any answers. Burn it all! No, let me stop. I can make arguments for both sides on this case. It's not an issue I will take a stance on without being in the military. Yeah, epignosis. That is the bottom line. Like I said, I have a speculation as to why, you know, the backlash, the pushback, I should say. But yeah, I don't take a stance on anything like that. I'm not involved enough, and I'm not educated enough on the issue in order to do that. You know, we all have our opinions. My opinion, I can give you my opinion in one word. Wow. There you go. Make of that what you will. Don't think you can figure out a stance, because I don't have a stance. All I'm doing is looking at it and going, wow. That's it. I'm like, what is going on? Wow. Okay. I listen to some talk about one thing. Okay. Then I listen to some talk about it the other side. I'm like, okay. And I'm just like, wow. I got really no strong feelings, opinions, one way or another, to be honest with you. Not in the military, but I do come from a military type family. Father, uncle, grandfather, I think on both sides, great grandfather on both sides, my grand uncle, they all served. We work with a lot of military, including a few that transition. The ones we know are good people. Yeah, I mean, as long as you're not trying to... See, this is my problem. Don't try to push anything down my throat. That's all I say. I don't care whether you transitioned or not. if you can do the job and you're not trying to make me do something, what's the problem? If you're qualified, that shouldn't even be an issue to me. But I understand people, you know, got the issues. That's fine. But if you're educated, you're trained, you are physically able to do all that's required of you, mentally able to do all that's required of you, then go do it and be quiet. That's it. Just do your job and go. Now, if there's some other stuff going on, like I said, that's another story because I'm not in there. This is an outsider looking, you know, in. Sadly, I truly hope our government in the UK and the rest of you tell America you want to isolate yourself. Okay, go ahead, but take your military bases too. But there will come a day when you will need us again. Well, you got 4 years. 4 years. I completely feel the same about our education system. We need to look into the way Japan and Korea do things. Yeah, they've had a superior education system than we have for a very long time. I remember growing up, you had this stereotype of Asians being smarter, right? You think about it. A lot of us older folks, when we think of Asians, we think of them being smarter. One reason, in school, they tend to get really good grades, right? But if you look at their education system, the discipline that they do from when they are children, when we are still playing with little toys that don't teach us anything, when they are giving us things that just entertain us rather than educate us, they're learning. And they're forming good study habits from an early age. Have you guys ever seen, there was a video on YouTube where you had kids, and these were like preschool, and they couldn't even read yet. You know what they were teaching them? Now, if you go to our preschools, what do you usually see them doing? Painting, you know, singing, that kind of thing. But in this video, you saw them learning the rules of society. They actually had mock situations. They had a little girl, you know, all preschool. She comes walking on, you know, the bus, you know, or a train or whatever. They made a little mock thing. And they taught them what they are to do. Now, she had like a, I forget, pillow or something like that to make like she was pregnant. And the men were to give up their seat. Now, that's back in preschool, they're teaching that. Let me ask you, when did you learn it? Or did you? See, for them, that's a non-issue. Now, some of us come from homes where our parents taught us those things. But this is stuff that they are taught in school. Okay? Let me see. It's not that simple. I wish it were. Our education system is good. It's parents, students, and disinterest that kills educational growth. Hike, what's up, man? Well, they are wrecking our education system. There are things. Did you know that in most schools they don't even teach government anymore? Back when, who was it? I think Trump won the popular vote. No. Who was it? Was it Bush? I forget, but because I don't really pay attention too much to that type of thing. But they won the popular vote, but still lost. And a lot of kids were like, what? How is that possible? Don't we live in a democracy? And then they were like, electoral college. And they were like, what's that? These are people that went through our education system. And they're asking, what is the electoral college? And what does that have to do with our votes? Let me see. George call it. Oh, yeah. I remember him. It's best they want you educated enough to work and uneducated enough to never question them. Exactly. That is exactly what they want. Let me see. See, I got to deal with this serpent. And see, look at this. I don't really have anybody that's really good for him. I want dress codes and uniforms back in our schools. You know what? I saw a poll they did about something like that. And surprise, surprise, the majority of students didn't want it. And I remember we didn't have a uniform, but we did have a dress code. And I remember they made an announcement. Now, mind you, I went to a private school, so you would think that in the private school you would have a uniform, right? No, I didn't have a uniform since, I think the last time I wore a uniform was in, was it 8th grade? No, I didn't even wear a uniform there. I'm trying to think. I think I was in 4th grade the last time I wore a uniform. And what he told us, he said, look here. He said, you guys want to stay out of a uniform? Then you better dress right, basically. He said, no tight pants. And then he paused, right? And he goes, and I'm not talking to just the girls. And here's the thing. We all knew exactly what and who he was talking about. Because we knew the guys that were wearing. See, look at that. That is ridiculous right there. And I'm dead. That's ridiculous right there. There's nothing I can do to make him fire that. And he just waited until he had a special 3. But anyway, he told us that. He said, you know, no tight pants. And I remember a few guys would wear, when I say tight pants, I'm talking some tight pants. They did not allow the girls to wear pants like that, but the guys were, okay? And they had to put a stop to it. They were like, we're about to give you all, and this is in high school. Like, we're about to give you uniforms if you don't behave. And his name was Victor. And we all jumped on him and was like, look, no more of that. So it wasn't like we didn't know. We knew exactly who all the offenders were that they were talking about. All right, come on. Come on. There you go. Come on. Ah, caught him. We simply just lease the land to America. You don't own it. I want phones out of the schools. Ooh, I've heard that at least one state is considering that. Now, you're talking to somebody who grew up without cell phones or anything like that in the school. Okay? So, seeing how things are now is amazing to me. I've actually forgotten what young folks look like without phones. So, on the way to one of the hospitals, I think it's Emory Hospital, it's around colleges. And so sometimes when I'm walking, when I'm driving over there, I can see students walking all around the area. And do you know what they look like? They all look like this. Every last one of them. They're walking and they're not, and the thing is, when I was growing up, if you walked with people, you were talking with them. They were your friends. You were interacting. I don't see a lot of that now. You know? In England, we all wear uniforms when you start primary school. And if you look in Japan, they do the same. They have uniforms. I believe China also has uniforms. I mean, come on. Woo! Oh, oh. Here we go. We can use the money savings over here to take care of our own issues. We have plenty to handle over here. Personally think religion is the biggest root of some of the issues you guys face. I respectfully disagree on that one. I believe that the way people treat it and what they do in the name of it is a problem. Not religion itself. Because I'm very religious. I am a believer. However, what some people do in the name of religion, that's another story. We survived the first 4 years. I hope we survived these second 4 years. All right, bearded? Wow. That's what I say. Because he on a mission these last 4 years. He on a mission. I think the first 4, he thought he had another 4 right after it to finish up. Now he's got to undo some stuff that took place while he wasn't there and then push what he was wanting to do. So we'll see. Woo! Hey, girl. Come on. Hey. 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 I still want Spiral as a 7-star. When I was growing up, there was one rule we had to follow when talking in mixed company. You do not talk about two things: politics, religion. Yeah, that is why I usually avoid those topics here, because they're too divisive. They're just too divisive. You know, you have people, they get in their feelings, and the next thing you know, folks don't want to talk to each other. Better to just avoid it. Although it's hard when it's all around us, which is why we sometimes drift into those kind of conversations here. In China, they have more masters, educated people than high-paying jobs. Imagine a master, educated person working in a factory. High quality. But yeah, I remember when I took a job working in a warehouse where I was just loading trucks. Now imagine me, college degree, 2 degrees for that matter, from college, and I'm working in this factory. This was many years ago, but I'm working in this factory to make a little money. So yeah, it can be something, because chances are, and in my case, it was the case, I was working with a lot of people who were not educated and who had done manual labor pretty much all their lives. Woo! There we go. Look at what is all over the legacy media. I don't pay attention to legacy media, to be honest with you. Sometimes we'll look on YouTube and we'll see something, but I try to go with my favorite sources on YouTube. That's why you hear us talking about Legal Bites and Nate the Lawyer and Emily D. Baker, Natalie Lawyer Chick, Lawyer Lee, you know, because a lot of times they will go to the sources. And instead of hearing what the legacy media wants to push, because they have an agenda, and it's pretty obvious. You know, these networks, they got an agenda. And I like looking at the other sources so I can get a better understanding of stuff. Like, have you guys heard about the overweight rapper who is suing Lyft? Now, I heard that Lyft fired the guy, right? That's what was going around. Well, here's the thing. One, you can't fire them because they're independent contractors. So they would just have to remove his access from the app. So he was not fired. And two, we don't have any corroboration that Lyft did that. The only thing Lyft has said is that we're disheartened and blah, 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 and, you know, contact us and we'll look into the matter further. They have not said that they have removed his access or anything like that. You know, oh my goodness. That one pissed me off. But Natalie Lawyer Chick, Nate the Lawyer, I think are two that we're looking into that. And Natalie Lawyer Chick broke it down really well. We went to the Michigan statute to see what it had to say. And unless they're going to be amending something, they have no case. Let's see. I'm behind in the chat. I'm having too much fun. Chatting it up. Come on. There we go. Okay. There we go. I got to pay attention to this guy because one good time and he will wreck me. Yeah, I'll bet you do, Adrian, because they don't teach it in our schools. Like I said, you got people from graduating from college that have no idea what the Electoral College is and what it has to do with our voting. You have people that think we are a pure democracy. Remember the Pledge of Allegiance? We used to say it. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. See, we don't even say that anymore in the schools in the morning. We used to say that every morning. You know? I mean, it's what I'm seeing now compared to that. Oh my goodness. So I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. Yes, that was 2016 when Trump won. Okay. I thought that was it. Okay. Yeah. Let's move on. Because I know that it's something that's the topic of everywhere, really. But let's talk about Big Girl and what she's trying to do to lift, which I don't believe is going to work. Too busy getting in fights against school bullies to worry about what someone was wearing. Can't remember what country created lanes for people walking and looking on their phones. See, all these things you couldn't have told me. It is fascinating. Seth, what's up, man? What's that? V Lenton MCLC? I haven't even started it. I have not started that thing. Imagine a rank 4 Storm X. Imagine a rank 4 OG Storm. Because personally, yeah. Yeah, dank something I don't even remember, but oh my goodness. Did you see her fall? She was actually on stage doing something and she fell. I mean, that's ridiculous. I did too many hits. There we go. Don't stop me on that overweight girl about what she just doesn't see. Yeah, body dysmorphia is what it's called. And it goes both ways. It actually goes both ways. She was being cheap. Yeah, because, okay, Lyft has an accommodation. You pay a little extra and you get a much larger vehicle, right? Now, they had an interview with her. She couldn't even sit in the regular chair, right? So they brought over a couch. It looked like. And she sat there and actually had a nerve to say, now see, that's what I'm talking about. That's accommodation. Yeah, Lyft also had an accommodation that you didn't want because you didn't want to pay any extra. So you went for a small car. Nah. I went on one, I looked at one article that had like a poll, and on this poll, and I forget how many hundred thousands of people, 84% are on the driver's side. And I added my vote there too. Because that's ridiculous. What she tried to do. Yeah, Adrian, even if she fit in the car, she wouldn't be able to put the seatbelt over her, so that is illegal. She cannot ride in his car without a seatbelt. That's actually illegal. So if she cannot get in there and put the seatbelt on, it's not safe. Not only that, but the car itself. You're talking about somebody that's over 500 pounds getting into a car like that. The car is not going to be riding the way it would ride normally. I mean, people have come out and said all kinds of things about how unsafe it was for her to even try that. It was ridiculous. Yeah, and the driver canceled the ride, gave her money back, and even offered to get her a larger vehicle. But no, she wanted what she wanted. And that's... I'm not going to speculate on that. I will say this, that attitude is not going to do her any favors. Claimed her friend's car that was smaller fit her, and go get your friend. James the Cat Boy, what's up? Play Shadow saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm driving down the road with my hand over my heart out of muscle memory. Yeah, Mike. And even in that, it tells you, and to the Republic for which it stands. One nation. Okay, anyway. You hear the song she did about the car issue, and did you see what happened? Yeah, the Breakfast Club. That's the interview I was talking about. I just know big girl could knock out an army with that smell. They got, oh man. And she gonna put, there was a nasty picture of her. We don't need all that. But she posted a picture of her. I'm sure she had clothes on, but it didn't look like it. She was on a podcast that destroyed her life. Yeah, exactly. That's the one, T. Smitty. Yep. And she said that's accommodation. Lyft does accommodate you. You did not want the accommodation. My wife and I are not small by any means, and I am all about body positivity, but she was just wanting to start drum. Exactly. This was not about, honestly, her weight. She needs to lose that weight for her own good. You know, I'm going to have to focus a little bit more on my health. She should do the same. But what I'm not going to do is try to sue food companies for making the food so delicious, or making the food, the healthy food, more expensive. I ain't suing them for that. Oh my goodness. You see what she said about what she wears to the gym? She goes to a gym. Hold up. For you guys that don't know, hold on, let me where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Cuz I do not want to play the sound. Hold up.
Have you told Stiletto about the new kitten yet?
No, I have not. But thank you, Mike. But no, I have not. But yeah, Dank DeMoss. See that? Y'all see this? That is a shame. That is a straight up shame. Now, let me see. There was another one. I think that we were talking about. What was that? That was her. See? NNSFD showcase. That was her. Look at this. She trying to, I guess, trying to dance. All right. You hadn't? Yeah. That's the girl. Let me see. I think that's the, yeah, all right. I think that's the one that I had. But there is another one. Hold on, let me this is the one that okay, wait, that was that one. Okay, good. It still remembered my all right, so here's the one that we were talking about. Look at her. See that chair? Now you know she can't sit in that chair. Now look, see what they brought over to her? And see, he was talking to her. He was talking to her. I'm not gonna play it because I don't want them smacking we with no copyright. Let me see. And I think there was see, what else were we talking about? because it's been blowing up all over the place. Let me see. Yeah, there's so many reactions to this. And they've been talking about her, but I saw let me see. Let's see this one. This actually shows what Lyft said. But yeah, you got to go look at that, Epignosis. She has some word for slim girls too. Yeah, we're talking about Dank DeMoss, who is trying to sue. Well, she's suing Lyft. You can sue anybody you want. Doesn't mean you're gonna win. Seth, oh no, that's not I don't want to see her on that couch. All right. Now look at the comment by Lyft to her. We're disheartened to look at this driver's unacceptable behavior. Please DM us at your earliest convenience for additional support. We'd like to address this as soon as possible. They have not said anything like that, right? And let me see. What the? You see this? That's what you're looking at. Letting her into your car. That's the kind of thing you're looking at. All right, Seth, take care, man. And get this. Lyft does not pay for that. They don't cover that. So if she got into the car and messed with the axle and the tires and all of that, Lyft don't pay for that. But yet they came out with a statement to her talking about it was unacceptable behavior. Really? What was unacceptable about it? And she posted the interaction. Let me see. Is there anything? Because they, like I said, a lot of folks is talking about it. Okay. And then we have let me show you this here. Okay, so let me show you, because we were talking about, because I don't really watch network media. Here, this is Natalie Lawyer Chick, right? And this is her stream. Let me turn off anything like that. This is her stream, right? Now, look at what she did. She watched the video, commented on it and all that. She went through here. This is the statute that they're trying to sue Lyft under, right? And she goes through the actual law. All right. Now, here's the problem. You see this statute right here? An employer shall not do any of the following. Okay? Now, you'll see here under A, I don't know, can you guys see? It's white, so you can't see it, but right here, it mentions weight, right? So fail or refuse to hire, recruit, discharge, or otherwise discriminate against an individual with respect to, and you can read all of that. Here's the problem. Lyft is not an employer of that driver. Those drivers are not employees. They are independent contractors. So this does not apply. But this is what they're trying to sue under. Okay? So all of this has to do with the employer. And it does mention weight. But since Lyft is not his employer, that doesn't count. Not only that, but Lyft itself has an accommodation. So because they're not an employer, you can't use this statute. It does not apply. Okay, now, let me see. She also went through, like I said, this is why I like those ones that I mentioned. Okay, public accommodations or services. That is kind of what you're dealing with, right? Look at what it reads here. Under A, public accommodations or services, prohibited practices. Except where permitted by law, a person shall not deny an individual the full and equal enjoyment of the goods, services, facilities, privileges, advantages, or accommodations of a place of public accommodation or public service because of, let's go through it together, guys, religion, race, color, national origin, age, sex, or marital status. Do you see anywhere that it says weight? No. This is why they're going to lose if they have a good lawyer to do this. You can go down here to B and you will see that it mentions religion, race, color, national origin, age, sex, or marital status. It does not mention weight. Okay? So that, a public accommodation, right? So look at, you said Lyft is private, Debo. Let's look at the definitions. Place of public accommodation means a business or an educational, refreshment, entertainment, recreation, health, or transportation facility or institution of any kind, whether licensed or not, whose goods, services, facilities, privileges, advantages, or accommodations are extended, offered, sold, or otherwise made available to the public. So it doesn't matter if Lyft is a private company, they are offering public services. So they qualify as a place of public accommodation. But there is no mention of weight because they can refuse based on weight. Okay? There's other things, smoking. Do you see anybody discriminating against smokers and getting sued? If it's a non-smoking public area, that's that. So this is why I like her. She breaks down the actual law. We're looking at the actual Michigan law that they have to go by. Okay? And so she can't sue Lyft because Lyft has actually made an accommodation for her anyway, but it doesn't mention weight. Then the one, now mind you, they're not even suing under that. Okay? They're not suing under that. They're actually suing under this. This is the only thing that mentions weight. But they are independent contractors. They're not employees. So, anyway, that is what's happening with that one. I don't believe, I'm not going to say she won't win, because I've seen travesties all the time in law. And they could always try to take it up to the Supreme Court, and they can change the law and include weight. They can do that if they want to. But as the law stands right now, if they enforce it properly, she doesn't have a case. Yeah, I hope she does not. Yeah, the WWE is going to be in trouble. Yeah, I don't see her winning on that. And if she did win, I could see an appeal. Doesn't matter if the drivers are what? But yeah, like you'll see the network media, they'll talk about this, right? But how many of them did what I just did? How many of them do what Natalie Lawyer Chick did? That's for employees. Exactly. This will be thrown out. You can refuse service at any time. They reserve the right. She won't win anything. Yeah, I don't believe so. You know, I mean, I hope not. That would be, for me, a travesty. Once the driver offered to get her a larger vehicle, he was no longer discriminating. Yeah, now keep in mind, the legal definition of the discrimination is what we have to go by, right? And yeah, he was not discriminating. She's such a contradiction, though, because she taunts that she's a big girl musician, yet doesn't see herself as big. Yeah, body dysmorphia. Even if it seemed like he was at all, which I never heard. No. He was very respectful, and that's from her recording. We're seeing this from her recording. And people are like, no, 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 no. He was very respectful to her. And she, on the other hand, was very aggressive. She was trying to set him up. But you could hear it, you know. She was very aggressive and so-called offended. But yeah, I'm sorry. No, sir. That's his livelihood. That's his car. And Lyft is not going to pay for any repairs due to her getting in that car. They're not going to do it. On a serious note, though, she sounds like a talented musician. Oh, yeah. Her skills are not the problem. Never were. She got disqualified not because of her skills, but because she couldn't perform. They wanted her to get up there and perform, you know, like you would expect a musician to do, but she couldn't. She got winded. She wasn't able to do it. You saw what happened to her when she tried to drop it low. Fell right over. You still have the right to review service. Yeah. You sure can. For those kind of things. Now, there are some places, because remember, the reason that discrimination, why they had to be a law, you know, there are certain things that you can't, you know, you have to, you would have to give a reason. Like if I walked into a store, okay, and they were like, no, we're not going to serve you. Why? You better have some reason. Because if you don't, and you don't give me a reason, I'm going to sue you. Because you give me no other, you know, avenue. I walk into, can you imagine if I walk into Home Depot or any market, and they just tell me, nope, we're just going to refuse you. It's not going to fly. Now, if you have a policy, you know, like no shoes, no shirt, no service, you can do that. It's kind of like at will. Georgia is an at will state, meaning they can fire you for no reason. They don't have to, you know, say, oh, well, he wasn't working, whatever. They can fire you, right? But the reality is that if they do that, there is paperwork that they have to fill out, because you have to be able to monitor whether they are being discriminatory. You know, if a person just says, I don't like people with those color eyes, and so he just fires everybody that has those eyes. Technically, he can do that. But he better have some other reason. You know, maybe a layoff of an entire department, maybe. Something. But yeah. Nice! What's up, man? Just finished 9.1? Ha-ha! Thing is, though, his decision was best for both. Yeah, exactly. It's not legal for her to get in that car if she cannot put that seatbelt on. And it's not safe for her to get in that car, period. Seatbelt or not, it's not safe. She tried to lift up. Yeah, she did. She should have said her size, she won't win. Yeah, and the lawyers, those are some clout-chasing lawyers. They are not cool. Because they know better. They know better. They know what that statute says. And they know, just like I did. I'm not even a lawyer. But I can look at the statute and see that it don't mention weight. The one that they're using the employer statute, right? And the employer statute mentions weight, but they're not employers or employees. The reason that they use that one is because it's the only one that mentions weight. So they know the other one doesn't mention weight. But it covers people who are, you know, public services. So weight is not a protected feature. And you saw that. It's not protected. The wording of the law sounded like employer to employee. Yep. So it wouldn't matter if the driver are employees. It wouldn't matter if the rapper was an employee. Well, remember, she's suing Lyft. So she's suing Lyft because of the behavior of one of their drivers. If the driver was an employee of Lyft, then she would have a case. Because you're not allowed, but I see what you're saying. But because she is not an employee, that would be interesting. Because Lyft is not, it wouldn't have been Lyft that discriminated against her. It would have been the driver, another employee, if she was an employee. We're gonna see, because it doesn't count anyway. But I see what you're saying, K-Man. She doesn't see herself as big because she can't open her eyes all the way. Trump's America about to stop that fat worship. Gonna put a stop to Big Bertha in the cover of Sports Illustrated, making them Victoria's Secret angels. We're gonna make Pixie Belle, ooh, the next cover girl. That's what's up. Sign me up for. Okay, anyway. If she wins, she's gonna spread peanut butter all over. and I think she's like, okay, there's some people who are big not because they eat a lot. You know, you got thyroid issues, you've got women who have had children and they're not able to lose the weight, all of that. But she, I believe, has stated she not big because of any of them reasons. She big because she eat a lot. The statute looked like it was what employers can do to employees. That's what I see what you're saying there, and yeah. So it wouldn't fly even under that statute. So the lawyers, I'm listening to the lawyers try and use the statute to do that. I don't know if they are allowed to. See, I'm not a lawyer. So although the statute mentions employer and employee, is the employer responsible for their employees? You know, what you would have to do there, Caveman, is look at the precedents. How has this statute been used in the past? That's what you would have to do. How have they used this in the past? Have they used it to sue a business like if you walk into an establishment and one of the workers discriminates against you, you're not an employee, right? But you can sue them for the actions of their employees. So I believe that is where they're going with it. She doesn't have to, because you think about it, you'd never be able to sue for discrimination if you don't work for them. Daddy Rich, what's up, man? How goes it? I know you be lurking, but you don't always chat. So every time I see you, I have to be like, hey. But yeah, that case is very silly, and it is, I think, what's the word I'm looking for? Unethical. What those lawyers are doing. Because they know better. The only thing funny for me is someone said she ordered a Lyft, not forklift. Yeah, I saw that. She ordered Lyft, not forklift. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so I believe that statute is used to cover what employees can't do. Because we do hold the employers liable all the time for the actions of their employees when it comes to discrimination. Because you would never be able to sue the company who refused you service for discrimination if you weren't an employee, if that's how they interpreted it in the past. But it doesn't matter because the driver is not an employee. So it doesn't really matter. Oh, yeah. After this, I have to go out and remove that cat. Got to take care of the poor kitty. But it looks like the kitty died in his or her sleep. We don't even know if the cat was a male, female, and I'm not checking. Cat Williams said it best. Girl, you big on the radio. I saw a short, and he called her irresponsibly big. He said, I don't got nothing. He was, making a funny TikTok short, whatever. And he was pretending he was the driver. And he was just like, nah. He said, I didn't discriminate against you. My tires did. And he said all kind of stuff like, he said, I don't have nothing against big people. But she's irresponsibly big. You left that cat outside for 3 days. Boy, you go to jail. We're going to take care of it. Do you not have Deadpool X? Oh, yeah. Deadpool X is a beast. And see, I haven't done it, so I can't even give you advice. Well, at first, we were going to just put him or her over the fence. And then she was like, no, we should put it in a garbage bag and, put him in the garbage, right? But now if we do that, the garbage has already been collected. And so it would be a while. Adrian, my team is Onslaught, DPX, and Juggy. Ooh, teach me how to Juggy. Yeah, I might, if I get a Mystic, have to take Juggy up to rank 4. But we'll see. Mike. Yeah, I sure can't be the cover girl. Folks would unsubscribe so quick. And then sue them. But yeah, I'm gonna be following that and see if the case gets dismissed as frivolous. Because they could look at it and say the statute doesn't say that. And the judge could dismiss it. And I will not be surprised if it happened. Onslaught doesn't need to worry about the miss because he can't miss as long as Cassie has 1 neuro shot. And that's who I'd be taking up, I think, as a rank 4 if I get the mutant. Tick, 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 tick. Boom! Doesn't matter who I use against her. I'm going to need revives again and again. Oh, yeah. It seemed to be designed for that. Here we go again. Let me see. Null might be able to take him. But, yeah, I got to make sure I don't lose here because there's no guarantee I'll be able to beat that serpent. Okay. Woo! Come on. In all seriousness, let's not forget the true victim in all this, and that is the driver. Yeah. But I think most people are on his side. And we don't have any official reports that he's no longer working for Lyft. We don't know yet. That's the rumor, but I haven't seen any official source that says they've removed access to the app from him. All right, come on, let's go, let's go. Let's see what Null can do. Come on, Null. You got this, brother. Wake up. Yeah. There you go. Come on. Oh, and then that happens. Seriously? Ah, got him. It always happens. Like I'm baiting it out, and then when he does finally throw a special, it clips me. When I'm running backwards, it clips me. But Slimzilla, what's up? I think she said the guy wasn't fired. Yeah, well, he's not an employee, so he can't be fired, but they can keep him from using the app, which is the equivalent. Meaning he would not be able to work for Lyft. They can reinstate it too, but I haven't heard that they've even done that. Wish me luck for Saturday night. Also, after a whole day of bowling, I will be getting thrown into the deep end of a D&D cafe. Ooh! Good luck, man. And have fun. That's the big thing right there. Problem is, if the case against Lyft is thrown out, she will target him directly. Yeah, she could try. That won't go anywhere. Ooh, she evaded right when I was gonna do my special. I see. Get out of here with that. But yeah, if she tried it, that would be bad for her. Lyft at least got the money. But if she lost that case against Lyft, I have a feeling they would just throw out the case if she tried to file like a civil suit or something like that against him. I think they would just toss it out. Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. Pen and paper. Adventuring. Where you use your imagination. Woo. Whee. Oh, he crits a lot. So we ain't gonna have no power. She'll get power. See how that worked? Pump. All of a sudden, her trigger didn't work. Our GM rolls 20 for his campaigns. Oh. I used to have and I think I have it somewhere. Where I had all the different sided die for my campaign back in the 80s when we played. Oh, that Dungeons and Dragons movie, you have to... Okay. Keep in mind that the Dungeons and Dragons game system is behind games that use it. But you always have some game system, unless they make their own, behind the games that we play. That RPG, like World of Warcraft, trying to think, EverQuest, all those kinds of games. They have some sort of game system behind it. But when you make a movie, as long as you're using the same classes, thief, warrior, healer, mage, all those things, you can pretty much do what you like because you're limited by your imagination. You just have rules to govern the different things that happen. That's why it's so addicting. It's because it's your imagination. I will be a human outlander, wandering fighter with a glaive and 2 scimitars. He also does not trust magic users. I can see that. Okay. That is going to do it, guys. Let me see if anybody is available to raid. All right. I do not see anybody right now. Nathan, how you doing, man? I don't see anybody, at least, that is... let's see. Let me refresh it. Because it shows me one thing, but, yeah. I don't know if he's actually live. Nope, he wasn't live. It was showing me KT1, but I had to refresh. He's not live. So, all right, guys. That is going to do it. Take care. And you all have a blessed day.